Have you ever noticed how the best in-person experiences seems effortless? A world-class exhibition, a perfect day in a visitor attraction or in a theme park, or when you never get lost inside of a museum or inside of a large venue. It feels natural, but is never accidental. I call this the backstage rule. When your backstage is weak, visitors, guests, buyers feel the uncertainty. When your backstage is solid, they feel care, they feel comfortable, and they feel that there is a strong power. The point, and probably the problem, is that we are obsessed of what is outside, what the other people see in terms of rides, booth, stage, and overall experience. And most of the time we neglect the invisible system behind the scene. So in this video, I want to bring you there, behind the curtains, and try to understand what is exactly the invisible system, and try to use 3 simple rules that can help all of us to make the outside, the visible part, very strong and solid. In live experiences, the problem doesn't come from the unexpected. That's the base of every live experience. The problems come from not understanding how to absorb and manage the unexpected. In any experience, when the backstage is fragile, you immediately understand and you feel it. At the conference, when you see the eyes of the people try to find someone that understands what is happening. At the trade show, when there is, for example, a huge queue at the entrance for registration. In a theme park, when a ride goes down and nobody explains you what's happening and why. In those moments, trust collapses in seconds. For me, trust, it's always the most important word when we talk about in-person and live experiences. For this reason, I believe that building trust is not just give it random, is design a perfect and important and solid infrastructure behind the scene that the guests do not see, but they feel. Let me share with you what I consider the most important 3 ingredients for this. Number 1, redundant channels. A simple app or even a WhatsApp group for silence alerts and messages. A floor management with a manager that can move rapidly between different areas. The point is that you have multiple channels and all under the same infrastructure. Because if even 1 or 2 fail, at least you have another one available. Number 2, pre-decided moves. If AV drops before the keynote speak, what is going to happen? 1, 2, 3, easy step with someone that is in charge for those. If one ride have to stop, immediately we move the people from there to the other area, and we try to move the entertainment in this way. If registration slow down, we go to the B plan, so we go to manual registration. The point is that the quality of the decision you do live on site is determined by the number of decisions and choice that you already have prepared in advance. Number 3, clear empowerment of your team. Rules like if we are delay of X minutes, you decide without asking anyone. You are empowered to do this. Speed, it's super valuable in live experience. But speed without predetermined and clear control, it became just chaos. So put clear rules, define the boundaries, and then go fast and empower your team. Now, I want to let you know something that is my experience. It's personal, but I think it could help. I always have a checklist. Even if now I have to say it's quite little, it comes from years and years of improving what are the most important things for the thing that I have to do live. And I want to be honest, my first checklist was crazy, huge, full of details and all the other things. But makes sense because you start from there and then you evolve. Over the year, I really was able to make it simpler and simpler. But simpler doesn't mean that doesn't work. No, I was really efficient. Today, I can say my checklist is very few points, but all those points I check every time before going in a live experience. And actually, I learned this from the aviation industry. The pilot and co-pilot, before taking off, every single time, and it doesn't matter how many hours, how many takeoff, how many experience they have, they do a proper checklist. For me, a checklist, simple, no problem, but is not negotiable. Every time, every day, at the beginning of the experience, at the beginning of the day, at the opening of the experience, you have to have your own checklist. And that is the most important element for me. And it doesn't matter how great you are, how much experience you have, because actually the checklist is for you, but it's also for your team. A short, useful, and super efficient checklist at the beginning of the experience, at the opening of the day and everything, help everybody to understand that we have the main things under control. Are those tiny rituals that change everything. And the more that you get experience, the more you understand that simplicity is not underestimate the complexity. No, simplicity is the key. When you have a clear, structured, simple checklist, you put outside the most important thing to build trust, that is calm. A very important element to have clear in mind is that the riskiest element in any live experience is not the show itself. It's all about when there are transition between experiences, speaker to AV, registration to show floor, conference room to food and beverage experience. It's the moment when the orchestra change the tempo, and we need to use a very simple but practical way of thinking in order to analyze and then have the right solution for this. Brief, confirm, execute. For the brief side, the person in charge of that element say what is going to happen, what can go wrong, and who is in charge of it. Confirm. The receiver repeats the key points in a very simple but loud way, and at the end say, I own this. Execute. Then the things happen, and probably something goes wrong, but there is a plan. There is a person that had the ownership, and what could become chaotic became just a different rhythm. And is exactly that rhythm, a little speed but under control, that also increase the trust in live experiences. It's very important to have a mindset of anticipation. The best team in the live experiences are not the ones that do firefighting, are the ones that are able to solve problems in the rhythm, with the speed, with the trust of all the team. The second element is about giving permission to the team to be free and be part, architect of the solution. Now that you have seen the backstage rules, you have to know that in this channel there are different videos also for other very critical moments, like waiting, creating memories, and how to manage overall the in-person experiences. So in the live experiences, it's so important to create this invisible architecture, this invisible force that at the end create visible the success. The most important thing is to make your guests, visitors, buyers feel safe, feel that they are under a great control.